I'm in the mood tonight.
No, dolly house can't work when rude girl at work. Lazy boy, I fig it up and splurge. Sure. Loving a guan is just a joy. Me spend quality time with the boy. Me love the pain, but feel the rain. Like when we a pop a champagne. Come my body ever ready when you get me off, you pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me not regret it, make sure you have your money. Broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me and a brag and a boss, and him liquor and it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me a the best. Only rich man can get me flex. Me love a man who treat me good, protect me like a treasure. Keep me safe through any storm and any weather. Every day him just treat me better and better. Wife's a seek a trendsetter. Him love it when me dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Him love it when me dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Come my body ever ready when you get me happy, pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me not regret it, make sure you have your money. Broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me and a brag and a boss, and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me a the best. Only rich man can get me flex. Loving a guan is just a joy. Me spend quality time with the boy. Me love the pain, me feel the rain. Like when we a pop a champagne. And my body ever ready when you get me happy, pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me not regret it, make sure you have your money. Broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me and a brag and a boss, and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me a the best. Only rich man can get me flex. Me love a man who treat me good, protect me like a treasure. Keep me safe through any storm and any weather. Every day him just treat me better and better. Wife's a seek a trendsetter. Him love it when we dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Him love it when me dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Come my body ever ready when you get me happy, pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me not regret it, make sure you have your money. Broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me and a brag and a boss, and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me a the best. Only rich man can get me flex.
Please pick up the phone. I messed up. I just need you to come back home. I know I was wrong. Please, come on, pick up.
You've reached the voicemail of Ashanti. I can't talk to the phone right now, but if you leave your name and number, I'll get with you as soon as possible. Bye.
Baby girl, I did you wrong. That's why I had to write this song. My days are short and my nights are long. I've been in pain since you gone. I miss holding and kissing and loving you so. Woo. It's my fault, you let me go. Now that you're gone, there's one thing I want you to do. Come home to me.
Come home, baby.
Come home to me, girl.
I'm so sorry.
And I will be the man you want me to be. Come home to me, girl.
Come home, baby.
Come home to me, girl. And I will be the man you want me to be. Yes, I cheated and lied and called you out your name. Woo! You told me prayers what kept you sane. You packed your bags and walked out my door. You said you don't wanna hurt no more. Now I'm screaming and crying, begging you come home.
Come back home.
I did you wrong and now you're gone. Now that you're gone, there's one thing I want you to do.
I need you, baby.
Come home to me. Come home to me, girl.
I'm so sorry.
Come home to me, girl.
Come home.
And I will be the man you want me to be. God, sleepless days and lonely nights. Oh God, why'd I have to start that fight? Acting young, hanging out at night, as if I got no wife. I miss walking and talking and holding your hand.
Give me your hand.
I let you down, so alone I stand. Now that you're gone, there's one thing I want you to do. Come home to me.
Come home, baby.
Come home to me, girl.
I miss you so much.
And I will be the man you want me to be. Come home to me, girl.
Take my hand.
Come home to me, girl. And I will be the man you want me to be. Come home to me. Come home to me. Come home to me. Come home to me, home to me. Come home to me, girl. Home to me.
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
I hope you cuddled up, cause this is passion on
What it is, everybody, what it is. This is your boy, Mr. E. Boss of the Southside Bosses, and we are coming to you live here on Passionate Love Hour on our most popping podcast right now. What would you do? My beautiful co-host right now is not going to be joining us tonight, but we do got three great guests that's going to be joining us. But before I do introduce them, I do want to let y'all know that if you haven't followed us already, you need to go ahead and hit that follow button, that like button, that subscribe button, and share us to all your friends and family out there. Also, sponsor has some great gift boxes, Southside Beauty Care, so make sure you check out their website at southsidebeautycare.com if you haven't already gotten that Valentine's Day gift, or if you're just looking to get a great birthday gift. You heard me? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get it pumping. What would you do podcast? Well, you know, we're on this podcast where we talk about, we give a scenario and we see exactly how people would say they would handle it. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer out there. Just because they say they'll handle it like that don't mean they will always handle it like that. You heard me? Already, so now we're going to go ahead and let the guests introduce themselves. How y'all doing this evening? Y'all want to introduce yourselves? Who want to go first?
I'll go first. This is Connie. I am the CEO, owner of Moi XO Radio, the one with the big lips that says Kiss the Boss, on Spreaker.com. Glad to meet y'all.
Alrighty. It is yours truly, Greasy Gang or Don't Bang. Y'all can look me up on YouTube. What I do is I go to different conventions, anime conventions, Marvel conventions, video games, also reptile conventions. As long as it's a convention, you can see your boy there. I'm glad to be on this podcast. How you doing, guys?
Already. We got one more guest on it that's going to be chopping it up with us. What's going on, man?
How you doing? My name is Angel. I'm just glad to be here.
Already. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm just glad to be a guest.
Already. So as you know, we got 3 lively guests on today, and we're going to find out exactly what would they do in this following scenario. The scenario is, now, if, let's say you're out and about, fellas, if you're at the grocery store, you know, maybe you waiting in the car, maybe you know what I'm saying, you in the next aisle, maybe you forgot something that you ran off to go get, you know what I'm saying, that item or whatever. And while you're gone, some man steps to your wife or steps to your girlfriend, and they offer to buy her all groceries that she had in her cart. How would you feel about that, and what would you do? And ladies, on the reverse side, if you out with your man and he's out there getting his hair cut, and you maybe out there, you was getting your hair done or your nails done or whatever, you notice that your man is over there talking it up with a lady, and she offers to pay for his haircut. How would you feel about that, and what would you do? And we actually got another guest that's going to join us. Give us 1 minute. Let's go ahead and get them on real quick. Alrighty, give me 1 moment. We're going to get them to call me back very quick. Already. Okay. So we got a brand new guest in the building, and we're going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Ari. Go by Goddess Ari Love on Facebook.
Already, and just glad to have you on with us tonight. I was just telling them the scenario. Let me go ahead and repeat it one time. Do you want me to repeat it, or are you good to go?
Yeah, you can repeat it.
Okay, so
there's a lot of background noise somewhere.
Anybody, if y'all got background noise, just if you could just mute yourself until you're ready to talk, and then that way we can try to minimize the noise. But Ari, the question that we got standing for is, I'm gonna tell you the female version. The female version of it is, if a woman came up and offered to pay for your man's haircut, what would you think about that? How would you react? What would you do in that situation? So we're gonna go first. Connie was the first one to introduce herself, so we're gonna let Connie go ahead and respond to that.
About the haircut part, I guess it would depend on the woman. I have to tell you, the culture change from St. Louis to Kentucky is really extreme in certain things. For someone to come up and make an offer about a haircut is really not like it would be where I'm from. Just like buying groceries or going through the drive-thru, people pay for people's food. And I had to get adjusted to that. I don't think I would really be offended by it in any way, but I think I definitely would probably watch the body language and communication between, what's going on, transpiring, because they can tell you a lot.
Okay, so
you could be some 80-year-old woman for all I know. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, them 80-year-old women be trying to get their rocks off too now.
Yeah, I know, they're saucy. Yeah, they're saucy. So no, I don't think I would unless the body language and pretty much tells me what's going on. Now, if the body language tells me that it's, trying to be an opportunist, then I would probably say, oh, well, you know what? That's okay. I already took care of it or something. Be nice. But, I can always do the flip side, too, if it needs to be. So,
okay.
That's pretty much how I would do it.
Okay, pretty much just sit there and watch the game play and see what they trying to accomplish. I get that. All right, so what about you, Chris?
All right, so first and foremost, if I get with a woman, she already knows how my program is. So with that being said, obviously every situation could be different, but in the scenario that I'm perceiving it, 9 times out of 10, a man approaches a woman, it's not to be friends. Promise you. So we're going to start off with this. If he's over here coming up to her, they don't know each other. He's not buying their food or anything just out of respect, quote unquote. He's doing it, and he's probably going to approach and say, "Excuse me, ma'am, I just found you very attractive. Like, is it cool if I buy you X, Y, and Z off rip?" My girl should already just be like, "Nah, it's good. I appreciate it though," and move around. Now she don't, and whatever it is that she accepted from this dude, oh yeah, that's red flag. I mean, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're disrespecting our relationship. Because our stuff is supposed to be based off trust, respect, loyalty, and faithfulness. And by accepting, especially a man that just walked up to you, whatever he just offered, knowing your man can get it for you, no matter how long it takes. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. That's how I'm viewing it and how I'm looking at it.
Okay, so you pretty much...
I respect that a lot, Chris, but the thing of it is, I went to a Mexican restaurant a few weeks ago, okay? I ordered, I'm by myself. The waiter ended up paying for my dinner without me knowing it and just said, "Your bill's paid." Now, am I supposed to say, "Here, let me give you the..." I mean, what are you supposed to do in that situation?
That's a good question.
In that situation, you can just say thank you. But if he was to pursue, let's say I don't know if you have a man or anything, but let's say you do, you're married, your boyfriend, whatever. In that situation, the bill's already paid, it's already done. You didn't even know about it until he told you. Just say thank you, I appreciate it. Now he's probably going to advance to the next level, which is, however he does it, by asking for the number. Then you just say, "Oh no."
No, he didn't. He never said anything, period. He never advanced, never said a word. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being disloyal, or anything. This was something this person chose to do on their own, which I had no control over to even say no. But it could be perceived in the way you feel, but it really wasn't that way.
We're going to actually revisit that part. I want to see what Angel and Ari says, but we definitely we're going to revisit that exact scenario right there. But okay, so how about Angel? What about you? Some dude came up and he's offering to buy your wife or your girl the groceries that she's bringing to the house. How would you around the corner, you sitting in the car waiting on it, you doing man stuff. How would you react to that?
I guess I wouldn't find out until she gets in the car or I see her. I mean, if I walked up on that, I'd just tell him, "Nah, that we're fine and move around." But if I'm not there, then I would, like Chris says, I would expect her I'd expect her to tell him the same that I would. But okay,
so she comes back to the car and she's purchased and she has the groceries that he purchased. What ensues next?
What's next is like Connie says, is that all it was, or
was there more on there? Did he nudge his way in?
Get a number or snap, is there something going on? I mean, if not, then, let it be. Like Connie said, it is what it is.
Right, okay. All right, all right, go ahead, finish up. My fault. Now go ahead, Angel.
No, that's what it is.
Okay. And all right, Ari. So some chick comes up and offers to pay for your man's haircut. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get upset.
Okay.
Like immediately, I'm gonna just be upset. Like I'm gonna feel jealous, and then I'm gonna question like what is her intention?
Okay.
Just like why would you come up to my man and offer to pay for his haircut for what? Unless she was like doing some type of charitable deed, or she wanted to pay it forward in some way, I guess I would be more understanding. But right away, I would just be like, what are you doing?
Okay, so you're gonna automatically think that there's maybe some underlying motive that's involved in it.
Yeah, because I know women. Like women, we usually don't just pay for guys' stuff unless we really like them or something like that. So that's what I would assume right away.
Okay. So that actually brings up what Connie was talking about earlier. Well, what if there's does it all boils down to a point where you see how your significant other is going to respond, or are you disrespected from the fact that that person even tried you in the first place?
See,
I would more so. Oh,
go ahead, sweetie.
I would more so be upset, like, if my significant other was flirtatious and, like, disregarding my presence at that moment. I would be more upset at that than her offering. Though it would definitely depend on his response to the scenario as well.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I said just sit back and watch it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll chime in on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See Breezy back in it. So, it's not what is said. It is my partner's reaction. That's what it is.
Okay.
I'm in the relationship with you. Things are going to happen outside of our relationship that we can't control what people say to us. But your response means everything.
Right.
Somebody, for me to believe that no one's going to talk to you, first of all, you are a girlfriend. So therefore, I already know you attractive. So therefore, somebody is going to be out there thinking you single off rip and come at you some other way. Your response to their response to you is what is going to make me react in a certain way. So just going back to what Ms. Connie said about that one situation, it's like I said, it's not about what happened, it's how you respond to it. So if you are my woman and someone just paid for your dinner and they did not ask for your number or nothing, they just did it, then as long as you didn't try to flirt or offer your number to them for doing that good deed or anything else, then there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I feel that because there's some people out there that will try to be slick with it the whole time. Like, why are you doing this? I didn't ask for you to pay for my meal. This, that. You ain't never go. And the whole time they sliding them the number on the low. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you said that.
Let me throw this in the ringer for y'all here. It is true. This happens all the time where I live, and it is very much of a culture shock. You can be checking out your groceries, and them suckers are paid for from the person before you. They'll say, here's $150. They're kind of like scanning, seeing what you got. For real, they do that here. They do that through the drive-thrus. You know, like, how much was their bill? Oh, let me pay for it. They do that here. So, to me, I am not an insecure female, first of all.
Okay.
I'm going to sit there and watch it. Because that language between them two is what's going to tell me if she's pursuing him or he's going, you know, she's looking at me, you know, the kitty shit.
Right.
So that's going to tell me what I need to know in order for me to go, oh, hold on now, let's just back your little wild thing up. Then that's my key to go, okay, move forward with it. But I'm not going to just jump in there and assume because this hot little thing wants to pay for his haircut because I'm looking visually at her. It's my perception of her. I am not an insecure female, so I don't think anybody's any better than me, first of all. But
I like that.
I'm just like that. You know, SBC's known me for years. I don't care. You might be model material. I may not, but I'm not. You're not any better than I am because I'm a fine ass woman. Period.
Okay.
So it's not about a female eyeballing a female and feeling insecure that somebody might move in, because then we're going to go back to Chris. It's about their response. Now, if they feel complimented by it, they're going to react to that in a complimentary way, but not bust out, oh, hey, you want to meet me in the alley and let's just get it on for a quickie. It's about being respectful. Thank you, ma'am. It's okay. You know, or maybe looking at his woman and going, what do I do here? Because he's not used to that in that culture. This culture where I lived is crazy like that.
Right.
And it took me a long time to understand that, because where I'm from, St. Louis, Missouri, you can get your ass shot. That'll be the bottom line. Man or woman, your ass gonna be shot, and that'll be it.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah, you're right about that. I can actually vouch for it, because that's how it is in Atlanta too. In Atlanta, you can't even really offer, like, you get on the MARTA, the transit system up there. You know, the MARTA is smarter, whatever. You could be sitting in the seat, see this man and this woman standing up, because there's only one seat available, and they rather just stand together versus one of them sit. So you offer your seat to the woman, you know what I'm saying, just not thinking, like, hey, lady, miss, you, and you're going to be in a fight. You're going to be in a fight.
You're being respectful and manners, and they're going to get in a fight. Yeah.
So I can definitely see that. Now, this is where the question comes in at. Do you allow yourself to be put into that position to where, let's say your significant other is the type that she loves that, or they love that attention, because there's some of these men out here too that just love that attention, like some bras. I mean, some women. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Females,
female, you know what I'm saying? But they are just quick to just get pretty much. They want to be seen. So when they approach your person, when they approach your significant other, they're doing it blatantly because they see that you came in with them, and they know for you. Now you know for a fact that they know that they know you came in with them. How do you react then?
So to understand what you're saying, are you saying that I can visibly see that my partner is seeking for attention?
No, what I'm saying is, let's say you and your significant other walks into the grocery store, and as soon as you walk in, you see the dude. You ain't paying him no mind, but you take mental note of him. He see you, and he see you with her. Then you see him later on after you probably went off to get some milk because you forgot some milk. He's over there offering to pay for the groceries, and not just offering to pay for the groceries. I mean, if you're going to pay for the groceries, pay it, because what I know about paying it forward is you don't offer, you just do it, right? So if he's offering to pay for the groceries, even though he saw you come in with her, and the same thing, ladies, if she's offering to pay for his haircut, knowing you came in with him, how do you react then?
So he's in the middle of offering, right?
Yeah. You walk in on him.
So I walk in, and I'll just let him know, hey man, what's up, you alright? He'll be like, yeah, I'm good. How you doing? Yeah, I'm good too. Just want you to know, like, this one girl, you know what I'm saying, she's good, I got it. Just like that. Like, I'm not going to threaten to fight him or nothing. I'm going to assume he did not know.
Okay.
Just to make it a good, easy, you know what I'm saying? And if he's just like, oh, okay, my bad, you know, I just thought that was your sister or something. Nah, it's cool, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my girl, though. I got it from here. Appreciate you.
What about you, Angel?
That's it.
No, I'm just like that. If I walked up, like I said, and I'm nipping that shit up. She don't need no help. But I was just with the girl like that. She was an attention seeker.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating. It really is frustrating, you know, when they come back and tell you things like that. You know, because but I don't know, you can't really let it get to you. But those are red flags, like Chris was saying, those are them red flags you gotta look out for. But I would hope I'm not there that she does nip that in the bud like I would. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues later on.
So you pretty much hoping you ain't with Aisha Curry. Hey, well, I don't know why these guys ain't paying no attention to me, bitch, because you married.
With that 5 carat on your finger.
Exactly. Why even have to have that combo? It's already done.
All right, Connie, what you think about that?
I think there's ways that people can go about it to let another person know that, that's your significant person in life. A woman can walk up to a guy and she's standing there trying to go, all that extra. And just give him a cheek kiss on the, oh, hey, babe, I just want to let you know I'm going to go to the girls' room, give him a big kiss and walk into the bathroom. That woman knows then that there's ownership there, basically, if that's what you want to use the term, that they belong to you. Mm-hmm. And normally, most females will shut down on that, because you give them the look, We as women have a way of talking to women without saying a word. So you can do something really cordial, it's real laid back and you're not trying to be all flaunty and all that kind of stuff, but yet you say, hey, you're letting them know we belong together, and I trust him enough that you see, because he ain't telling you, no, don't kiss me, and I don't care what you're telling me you go in the bathroom for, but it's like making your mark, so to speak.
Okay.
But you can do it in a way that is subtle enough that unless she's completely illiterate, then, that's a whole other subject.
Okay. I feel that. Ari, what you think?
I agree with Connie. Like, there's ways to show that you're with that person. And if she just feels like, I'm just going to pursue anyway, I don't know. I guess she's just bold at that point, because that's crazy. But, like, I've had that happen to me before where I was with my significant other and guys just didn't care. They were just, I don't know. Like, it was weird for me. Like, I'm not even the type to, like, seek attention like that, but I've gotten attention like that. And where guys I'll go to the grocery store and a guy will offer to pay for my groceries, even if I have someone with me or not. Like, I don't know. And usually I just feel like, no. And then sometimes, like, in the past, there was this guy I was with. He was like, girl, you can accept, you better accept it.
That's my position.
He was that food. What the heck?
Your groceries, they work together. Girl, you better accept. I'm just like, why? We're together. Like, I don't need to accept someone else paying for my stuff.
I can see a guy going, oh, go ahead and let him pay for it as much as we got to pay. We got the money now.
That's my position. Right. That's my position. That is my hope. Why are you going to let me starve because you don't want to let this man pay for my meat? Man, let that man buy me some Lunchables. You know what? This is what you can do. If you feel some kind of way about it, separate my food, let him pay for my food, and you can pay for your food.
Oh my God.
I ain't jealous at all.
That big turkey we was wanting.
Exactly. Matter of fact, go put that little ham back. We gonna get the big ham, babe. What you doing? But now I do got this one question, because this is something that is very, like, it is known to happen, and I'm not sure who has the cars in the background, but it's kind of hard to hear. If you could just mute while I get this question out. But the question I want to ask, because I know some people have been in some jealous relationships. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you said something, like, let's say, okay, fellas, some dude is hollering at your chick, you come up, put your arm around your chick, and he scurries away, but she all of a sudden said, why did you do all that? Or same thing, women, y'all come up to y'all man that's talking to another woman, you put your arms around him, and all of a sudden the chick leaves and he's upset. Have y'all ever been in a situation like that? How did you handle it?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
If a man is not going to represent me and the means in which I should be respected. And he's going to act like a damn fool like that. He's got to go. Let me help you pack if we're living together. Because you're not going to disrespect me. If that's the case, you need to go be with her. I'm cool with that. Bye. You know, no tears, no nothing. It's done. Because I'm not going to disrespect you, and that is a form of major disrespect, but don't disrespect me. Period.
Right.
Hands down.
I completely agree. Completely agree. There's no other response besides this is done. If you feel like in public, like, oh, I can't touch you because you see somebody that you've been attracted or whatever, and you want to act like that, like...
Act like they don't know you? Yeah, I don't
like,
know
no,
you now.
I'm attracted too, and I can get another man.
Right.
All right. And what about you, Angel?
They didn't start making you when they made men. Like, you're not the last man.
Nope.
All right, what about you, Angel?
That has never happened to me.
No.
Well, hopefully it never does.
And then let's just say it does, though. You got to be prepared for it, right? Well, how would you react? What would be your first reaction? Like, what would be the first thing come to your mind? She just pushed you off.
I'd be like, that's the end of the whatever this was. Right.
Exactly, whatever this was. And you, Chris?
Yeah, so just like him, I've never been in that situation, but if I was, you know, I'm going there, hey, she's good, and if she would just look at me and be like, oh, why'd you do that? I'd just be like, oh, okay. It's like that, huh? Instant transmission, quick up out of there. For those who don't know what that is, it's called teleporting.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna fight. For what? You already told me what that was. That's a waste of me.
Right.
I'm getting more too.
Right.
I'm not gonna fight with you for it. You know what I'm saying? Whether I win or lose, whenever she reacted like that. You know what I'm saying?
Or the other way.
Yeah, cause
exactly. Now, if it was the other way around, like she was actually saying no and homie's still trying to advance, you know, yeah. That's why I step in. And I tell him quit. He don't stop and we fight. Some dudes don't even ask. They just get right to it. Right.
Well, a little truth about me. I was in that situation, and she had a hell of a time walking home. I know she had a hell of a time because she was texting my phone for 4 or 5 hours after that.
I did that once, and I was at a restaurant, and I just got my jacket on and grabbed my stuff and started walking. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going. Bye."
Right. Right. I mean,
well, what do you want to be like that for? I said, well, what do you want to act like a damn jackass for in front of everybody? You know, don't ask me to discuss this in front of everybody and his brother, because I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel.
That's and see, what a lot of people don't really understand it's a respect thing. Everybody's perception of respect is very different, you know, because some people actually really feel like they did nothing wrong in that scenario where there was the aggressor, well, not the aggressor, but it was the person that acted like, well, you know, that like you couldn't touch them, and y'all supposed to be in a relationship. And for the most part, I know they have a word for the type of people. I just can't think of the name of it.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. Yes. Hey, I'm going to help you out. They're narcissistic.
So what's the best way to handle a relationship when you first get those red flags? Because pretty much this is all opportunity to be able to see any kind of red flags, right? What would be, like, if you see the red flags, like, how do you just get yourself out of that situation?
If you see the red flags, how to get yourself out of the situation, you have a conversation with them. Say, I don't think this is going to work for me. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Bye. Gotta go.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Chris?
Why waste your time?
You think a conversation is warranted?
Yeah, it just depends on how you view her. Let's say she's already your girlfriend, alright? Y'all committed. You see certain red flags. If you view her as someone that you possibly want to marry, shoot, you can just do it. It'll be easier for you to do that, but if you view it in the sense of like, she could possibly be my wife, I would say take the step to have the conversation, because don't assume that she knows. She may not know. Have a
But Chris,
conversation.
don't you think you would have saw some of those red flags before you got into the committed relationship, or did you just choose to ignore them?
I would say for me, I see them before. But there are some people who either don't or they just ignore them.
And I can
Or they're just overwhelmed. They get overwhelmed in the lust of it all, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And once you get to that point where you have the conversation, let's say conversation again, because I know you had it before you got together.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have it again while in it. So therefore, if she does not show progress within, I would say a month, maybe even 2, that she's actually trying to work on it and get better, then don't lie to yourself and hope for the best. Look at reality for what it is. It is what it is. She ain't getting no better. Just leave the situation before your heart gets sunken even deeper.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ari. What about you? The man is like this in the scenario. How would you handle that?
I'm sorry, I missed the question because I had to go take care of my baby.
No, we said
What was the question?
if you ended up with somebody who is showing you all these red flags from everything that we just talked about, what's the best way to approach that scenario? What would you do?
All the red flags. Well, I guess it's just time to tell them to move around and that you're not happy in this relationship and you don't see it going anywhere, so it's time to part ways.
Okay. And Angel?
Unless they I guess apologize and say that they won't do it again. I don't know, but at that point, I don't think I would really trust that they would change. Because I feel like if it's something that keeps happening, if it's a pattern and it just keeps happening over and over, obviously that's just who they are. And since I feel like I can't accept that, then I would move around.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And what about you, Angel?
Hey, I got a lot of say on that part. I was just in a relationship with a girl or woman.
Oh, so this ain't no what would you do? This is what did you do?
Yeah. The young lady, and I did see the signs. Maybe like Connie was saying early in the relationship when we moved in together, but we were already living together at the time. So it was kind of just like, okay, well, let's work it through. But I saw the red flags a few months in, and this is 2 years later. It's been a bumpy ride, on off. We're no longer living together. We still talk, but we're no longer in a relationship.
Okay.
A boyfriend girlfriend kind of deal. So it was like we were bonded. So the red flags are there, but you still want to believe you want to be with this person. And on the flip side, I guess it does. I don't know if I could really. I don't know. I'm still kind of battling with the marriage thing,
Right.
So I don't know.
There's a thing, Angel, where a lot of people go through relationships and they think, oh, that person will change because it's me.
Yeah.
Don't ever get yourself caught up in that, because they are who they are. Marriages, that's just like people say, oh, well, we're going to have a baby because it'll help our relationship. That's the worst thing you can do.
Worse.
And I went to church one time, and the pastor he said one of the things that hit me the hardest was the marriage is like about love. The love kind of dies down as you get older. It's just about accepting, the people for their flaws or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He actually let that come out of his mouth?
Yeah.
agree with that at all. That's why I'm asking.
You don't?
No.
Well, I can see a point in what he's saying. If you because you have to accept that person with their flaws and all. You can't expect to have a perfect relationship. So as the love, because I wouldn't say the love would necessarily die down. I would say that because you have to keep the love spontaneous. You got to keep the relationship spontaneous.
You have to remember how your relationship started and stay in that same realm.
That too.
Because it keeps it stimulating and exciting, and think of date night and different things to do. You know what I'm saying? But as far as having to accept someone's flaws, I don't care how you hang the toilet paper, as long as there's toilet paper in there. But some people would call that a flaw, and it would drive them crazy. Certain flaws, I'm not going to accept, period. But I would know that before I got into that marriage situation. That's why I'm saying I don't agree with what he said.
Well, that's isn't the case that you wouldn't marry that person. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And nobody's perfect. I mean, you're right, SBC. Nobody's perfect, but certain things I don't classify as a flaw.
No.
Classify it as a habit.
It's more of do you accept this person's flaw that they cheat, or do you accept this person's flaw that they don't cut their toenails every 2-3 months? You know what I'm saying? So
that's called let's go do petties together.
So that's something that you can. It's you accepting the fact that this person doesn't actually cut their toenails every 2-3 months. So you're going to take them to go get a pedicure. Versus this person is going to cheat, so you're just going to introduce him to other women. Did you feel me?
Yeah. And that's just like I would never allow another female to be in my house if I'm not home.
That is actually
it's not because I'm not worried about him, but I definitely don't trust her.
Yeah, now we're going to save that one because that's actually going to be one of our future topics. We already got the date for that one. That's going to be going down in 2 weeks. Because I just read a post today. It's a famous woman who actually says whenever her female friends come into town, she gets them hotel rooms because she do not want them in her house with her husband. And it's so everybody had that. She didn't go into details about it, so we don't know if she's saying she don't want them in the house while she's not there. She don't want them in the house while her husband is there and she's there, or maybe she just don't want her friends in her house because they did thieves. Still, maybe one steals a TV and the other one steals a man. So so we definitely want to get people's opinion about that. But I do got one more question on this topic right here before I actually let y'all go. And the question is pretty much, it's real simple. Now, you have seen all these red flags. You've moved your way towards leaving this person. And this person they just won't let you go. They would not leave you alone because A, they're narcissists. And B, this is just how, I'm sorry. This is actually going on tangent. This ain't even got nothing to do with the question. The question is, now, do you not believe that this person, if they are showing these red flags while in a relationship, even if it's just a dating relationship, do you think that this person has always been like that? And do you think they can change?
I think they've been like that because people allowed them to, first of all. And do I think they'll change? I don't think I'd really hang around to find out, especially if they're giving me the narcissistic signs, because that's never going to change. They'll only change to benefit themselves, not the relationship as a whole.
Okay.
So that's where it stands with me, because as you know, SBC, I unfortunately was around a narcissistic person.
Oh, yeah.
So, big time. So, they do things in order to benefit themselves. They will change only for a very brief period of time or get sneakier at what they're doing and thinking they'll never get caught. But they have so many different personalities that pop up that they at the end of the day, it's to still benefit what they want to do in order to benefit themselves, and they will put on that other mask. So no, I'd have to go.
Okay. How about you, Ari?
Yeah, they're most likely not going to change, and no, it's just dangerous because I feel like it affects, like when you stay with someone like that, it affects your self-esteem and your outlook on yourself and stuff like that. So it's just not worth having to go through that and then repair the damage afterwards. Because for some people, that can be really, it can take them a long time to heal from something like that.
And you're right. And then in some cases, it may take a lifetime, depending on the degree.
Yeah, because like I feel like with narcissistic people, it's like sometimes they can be physically abusive, but it's more insidious. Like they really get in your head and make you question your worth, question yourself, all types of stuff. So yeah, it's good to run for the hills immediately when you see those types of red flags.
Okay. All right. What about you, Chris? What you think? You think they could change, or think they always been like that and they ain't no hope for them?
So are you saying that you're trying to leave the relationship and that person is trying to stay?
Right. They're trying to beg and plead, or they're using whatever game that they play in order to get you to stay. Now, you already seen these red flags. Do you think that they can change, or do you think that this person has always been this way and there is no hope for them?
Well, I'll speak from a personal standpoint because I've been in a few of those. How I personally operate in situations like that, when I see red flags, or enough of them, because I let them collect up, I don't just see just one.
Okay.
I let like 3 or 4 of them, right? Once I see those, it's probably about like 5 months in, 6 months, I have the conversation, real serious, I'm not playing with you. I give you time to fix what you got going on. If it, like I said, if it's been another month or 2, and I don't see no progress at all, you are who you are, and you are not for me.
Right.
So you can plead, you can do all that stuff you want to. I'm not a weak man. I stand on my principle. I got values that I respect, and if those are not met, you gotta go. You don't fit my program.
Good job.
Okay, what about you, Angel? What you got to put on that?
Yes, like Ari was saying, it's more mentally and emotionally abuse. It's more mental and emotional abuse that narcissistic people do put onto their partner than physical. But like, no, I don't believe that they just happen to be that way. They're always like that, or they learn that behavior from their parenting, or whoever they're around. They aren't just like that. They grow up that way. They learn those traits, how to be that way. And is there hope? I mean, I want to believe there's hope, but like from the experience, the 2 years experience that I've been going through, like, no, that shit is not, no, every time I go back, it's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So, no, after this, it's just like, no, I want to believe there's hope, but it has to be away from me, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? That way, and like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of love them from afar type shit.
Right.
Well, and the thing that you guys need to understand, if you don't really truly understand narcissistic people, they can become extremely physical when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they love to be mentally. Yeah, mentally and emotional, sure, they're going to tear your butt up out of the frame. But don't ever underestimate them for becoming physical to you.
Right. Right. Because I'm going to go out there.
The woman beating up the guy, or the guy beating up the girl. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to come out and just say it off real. Narcissists do not change. Connie said it the best when she said it, that narcissists will only change to benefit them, meaning that even if they change to not be a narcissist anymore, that is a narcissistic move on their behalf. You have to actually understand narcissism, not a narcissist. Trying to understand a narcissist is where we get our heads messed up because we're looking at a person. It's like they say when they those people who run the cattle and stuff, when they raising their kids up and they introduce them to their first cow, they say, "Don't name this cow, son, because you're gonna have to eat Edward here soon." You know, when you're looking at that narcissist, he has a name on it. He has a, not only does he has a name, he has he has a face. They have emotions. You know they have emotions. You know they have feelings. So you start taking on an empath, the empathy, because you can't have a narcissist without an empath. That's the only person that falls victim to a narcissist is an empath. Somebody who is wanting to feel the anguish and help to heal that anguish of another human being. Narcissists know how to fake anguish like none other.
Professionals.
And it is sad that it's if they can get a check for it, they will be top notch in their industry, which is funny because narcissism is actually a quality amongst most successful businessmen out there. So that,
and narcissistic behavior is actually developed from the time they're an infant.
Exactly. So this is something that they learn from the jump. There is no way. Once I see that behavior, I know that that is who they are. I know that is who this person is portraying themselves, or not only portraying themselves, but who they want to be. Because if they didn't want to be that way, then they would be trying to change. And you can see the genuine wanting to change because they don't want to be messed with. They don't want to be messed with. They don't want nobody around them because they know. They see how their behavior, they see how their actions affect other people. And since they are truly wanting to change from being a narcissist, they're not going to want to be around anybody so that they don't affect that person like that again. So if you see those red flags, get the hell on. You're not a psychiatrist. You can't help them.
Yeah. Yes, true. This is true.
So
they'll suck you in every time just to try, because they already know what your weak spots are. Not that you're a totally weak person, but they can read and pick. They pick people that only benefit them. Period. That they can prey on like an animal, and they will keep pulling you back. If you let them.
Exactly. So. I mean, anybody got any other experiences they wanna share before we actually end the show tonight? Everybody quiet. Everybody contemplating on the past. Oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Alright. So, it's like when you were saying that, I'm not a psychiatrist, things of that nature. So I've had an ex-girlfriend that she had bad anxiety problems. You know what I'm saying? I never knew how bad they were even beforehand, before we got together. Because in order for her to be sane, or what I would just call normal, just a normal individual in society, she had to smoke weed. So I don't smoke or drink. And I knew this beforehand, but I never knew how much she smoked. So it's cool if you smoke, you do your thing, but it depends on how much. So once I figured out how much she did, then I voiced my opinion on it, like letting her know, hey, you're smoking way too much. I don't understand why you need to do it like 4 or 5 times a day. Like, what's going on? Eventually, one day she came to me and she told me, she was like, I just have real bad anxiety. Instead of taking pills, I'd rather just do the natural way. And I'm like, okay, so what happens if you don't smoke? Like, is it really that bad? So she was like, just for you, I'm going to show you. So it was about a week of her not being on weed. And literally, like, there would just be episodes of, it just happened random. We'll just be sitting there watching TV or something. Next thing you know, she just get to breathing, like, really hard. Tears come from her eyes. Like she's having a panic attack or something.
Yeah, I know people like that.
So obviously, like, I'm not used to nothing like that, so I wasn't panicking, but I was just like, hey, like, do I need to call 911? Like, what? Are you all right? She's like, I'm good, just let it happen, it's gonna pass. And she's really crying and stuff. And it only lasted like 5 minutes. But, the fact that all that was going on, she got back smoking or whatever because she said she don't like feeling like that. So, I mean, eventually I just told her, I said, look, I don't want to sound messed up or anything, but me personally, taking on the responsibility of, there's more problems in the relationship, but this is just to add on to, you know what I'm saying? Just letting her know, like, what she has to me, I would look at it as, like, a liability. Like, I don't want to be responsible for something tragic to happen that I can't control or, don't really have too much knowledge on.
Right.
To try to help you out. Things of that nature. Like, you really need real help.
Pharmaceutical weed.
Yeah.
Is she doing pharmaceutical weed or is she buying street weed?
Yeah.
No, I think it was street. I don't think she got it from the doctor.
She's self-diagnosing then.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, because some places don't have where you can get the medicinal card. So, like, it's in Florida, they don't. Like, let's say you was in Georgia and you had a diagnosis up there that allowed you to get the medicinal card, and you was able to go to get a prescription for it. In Florida, they don't cover all of those. They don't say they say that those.
My point is, her doctor's not telling her to smoke weed to help her.
Well, some doctors do that.
Okay, but if that was the case, then
that's what I'm saying. In Florida, just because your doctor said that it gave you a diagnosis in Georgia, some of those diagnoses don't fly in Florida. They won't just give it to you because you have that. You have to have other ailments on top of that. Versus in Georgia, you just have to have that ailment. It's tricky
hopefully
state to
she
state.
doesn't get any weed laced with fentanyl. Then
That
that's all
too.
I got to tell her.
That too. That too.
No, I'm good with all the weed and all the extra. I'm good. I'm allergic to weed, so I can't even be around people smoking weed. It makes me sick as a dog. I start puking.
Oh, where are these people getting their blood from?
That's me and Angel, the only ones on here. Like, I need to know who this connect is so I can avoid them over.
No, I can actually smell it, at my job when people come in. Oh, no, I'm straight, man. I don't smoke weed. Oh, yeah, you do, because all of a sudden I got this really horrible headache and I'm going to start throwing up. Yeah. So, I have an allergy to it.
Times, I'm like, man, I smoked 4 or 5 times before I left work.
Right. Oh, ready. Well,
Angel. Baked brain cells for me, so okay.
As long as I stay away from the nicotine, my brain cells okay.
Well, I deal with addicts all the time in my job, so that's not really something I would really want to hang with anyway. So
I feel you. Well, y'all, it was a great show, and I want to give everybody a chance to once again promote their businesses or promote what they got going. Tell everybody what y'all got going on. Connie, you want to go first?
Sure. I'm the owner CEO of XO Radio and Spreaker.com. I also have a talk show called Three Bad Biages and a Pit Bull.
Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Spreaker on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, and more, baby. Chris, what you got going on?
Alright, y'all. So if you just go on YouTube, type in C space Greasy, Greasy. I do a whole bunch of entertainment, pranks, fitness videos. I go to Comic-Cons, I do public interviews, and I also just show how fun the event is. You know what I'm saying? So if you love videos like that on YouTube, I'm your guy. So stay tuned. I got more content coming. I just did a Comic-Con yesterday up in Allen, Texas called WeedCon. 13 interviews were done, so please stay tuned for that video dropping.
Boy, always working, boy. That boy always working. That's what I'm talking about. Already, Angel, what you got going on?
Not much, but it's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed you having me on tonight. It's been very wonderful.
Already. Hey, hopefully we'll get you back on the next show, because as you can see, these scenarios get a little tricky, man. They get a little tricky. Already, everybody, I appreciate y'all joining us tonight, joining me tonight to discuss this topic.
Did you ask Irene? You forgot Irene.
Oh, Irene hang up. She had to go. She had to tend to her babies.
Okay.
You know, I'm just going to give a shout out to Irene for joining us tonight. Give a shout out to them babies for me. Tell Tovion I said, what's up, man? Already. So everybody, I just want to say thank you once again. Y'all have been a blessing, and we gonna be doing this next week because of, the Super Bowl. I ain't trying to compete with the Super Bowl. Fuck that shit. We're going to be doing this on Saturday night, the night before the Super Bowl, February 12th. So y'all make sure if y'all want to get in, let me know, and I'll let y'all know what the scenario is. I don't want to tell them right now because, I want them to be surprised. So y'all make sure y'all hit us up. Let me know what y'all want to do. Everybody that was listening tonight, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow to everybody that was on here tonight. They already told you where to find them at. You already know where to find us at, and we'll be back on here next Saturday for our next What Would You Do podcast on Passionate Love Hour, baby. If you ain't know, now you know. You heard me? So we're going to go ahead and keep it moving. We got some more music. Matter of fact, we got Sasik this Thursday on Reggae Hour. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Great reggae artist. And we're going to be playing her North Dolly House here on Passionate Love Hour. This is Sasik, and you know what it is, baby.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
I'm in the mood tonight.
No, Dolly house can't work when rude girl at work. Lazy boy, I fig it up and splur. Cha. Loving a guan is just a joy. Me spend quality time with a boy. Me love the pain, but feel the rain. Like when we a pop a champagne. Come my body ever ready when you get me off, you pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me now regret it, make sure you have your money broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me on a brag and a boss and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex. Me love a man will treat me good, protect me like a treasure. Keep me safe through any storm and any weather. Every day him just treat me better and better. Wife's a seek a trendsetter. Him love it when we dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Him love it when me dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Come my body ever ready when you get me happy, pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me now regret it, make sure you have your money broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me on a brag and a boss and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex. Loving a guan is just a joy. We spend quality time with a boy. Me love the pain, but feel the rain. Like when we a pop a champagne. And my body ever ready when you get me off, you pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me now regret it, make sure you have your money broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me on a brag and a boss and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex. Me love a man will treat me good, protect me like a treasure. Keep me safe through any storm and any weather. Every day him just treat me better and better. Wife's a seek a trendsetter. Him love it when we dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Him love it when me dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise, ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Come my body ever ready when you get me happy, pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me now regret it, make sure you have your money broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me on a brag and a boss and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex.
BOSS Radio, BOSS Radio. I hope you cuddle up, cause this is passion, passion on BOSS.